Welcome back, everybody. Aussienutz here. Today we're going to be going over some of the dev bites number 1 for Sanguivore, or Sang as I call it, by BloodEater Games. As you can see here, they've done some visual upgrades to the Sheriff's Police Department. They've changed a lot of the rooms to, as you can see here, let's take a quick pause. This room used to be just 2 desks. You walk in, there was just 2 desks here. There was not really much else there. So now they've added columns, TVs, cabinets, you name it, all the way around. It looks like they're trying to delve into the areas a little bit better, so it's more, I guess you could say, livable. Before it was unlivable. As you can see here, the updated visuals are pretty good. They're going in depth. I like what you see. This right here is awesome. That gives you a bit more lore into the game. The mysterious deaths in remote town. See, this is what I like to see. I like to see the devs going into it a bit more to give us a bit more than just here is our game, escape from the noble. So these are very much well welcomed updates to me. Let's see what else we got going on here. Yep, some oh, you can actually see yourself getting under there now in 3rd person. Nice. Yep. Like it. As you can see here, you've got some before and after pictures. So number 1 is the same room as number 2, but slightly redone, I imagine, how they presented it. The base layout and the area of the police sheriff department have been tested by the public. It is now time to start to add the detail to coincide with our performance pass. So, oh yeah, we've had some testing in here. Panda Gamer and my wife, we had quite some fun time in this area, hiding from Mr. Noble himself. So as you can see at the top left, number 1, the game was released with bare minimum models in the first area to test the waters for layout. So I think the layouts are pretty good, but they did feel like they could have had a bit more life into them, and definitely a little bit more light, which is, as you can see, what looks like is going to be happening here. So hopefully we'll see. I cannot wait to test this out. Typically adding more to a location could drop performance and increase draws from CPU to GPU, but with a good instancing method, texture crunching, and both conservative with what item cast shadows. I like that. What should cast a shadow? We are able to add hundreds of more assets to a scene while also improving performance, which is nice, because I've had a couple of community members that have said that they've booted up the game and they had to drop everything down to the low. And even then they were getting low frames per second, which is something else we'll get into after this. So I'm very happy to see that the devs are actively, you know, going into each and every nook and cranny they can to improve performance while adding more life to their game, while Mr. Noble's trying to take that life away. So one of the reasons the police department is now getting an update is because of their focus developing the 2nd stage of the Alaska map that took priority when coming out of the first stages of the playtest. So basically, Alaska, I cannot wait to delve into the next part, because there's going to be another friendly somebody chasing you. I don't know if you guys want spoilers or not. Block your ears. Could be starts with W. There you go. I'll let you figure it out. Starts with W. So I don't give away any spoilers. What could that be? I don't know. You have to find out. So now they're officially in early access, they can give the first section the polish that it deserves and requires. So number 3, as you can see down here, is another area that Mr. Noble actually got me a couple of times. But as you can see there with the UV lights, I did get my life back. And life as well. So the new update will bring better use of dead space. Before, this was just an open area with an object in the middle with no real feeling. As you can see there, it just had just like a whiteboard, a couple of chairs. You know, Mr. Noble actually stood at that window. I was watching him. He was just looking outside, just admiring the scenery. It cracked me up. It's kind of cool because he does have a unique AI and personality of his own. Very dapper in an evil way. So with the evidence of the firelights with the Sanguivore, I call it Sanguivore or Sangers, reading publications scattered around and falling ceiling panels, the sense that something has gone down is evident. Like pretty much, well, this here was very bland. This here shows more story. Does that make sense? This number 4 shows more story. Number 3, bland. So what they've also done is introduce more complex objects that players will need to navigate through to pass and to evade the threat of these sangers, with updated visuals to the existing ones that required the players to crouch through. So there were certain areas that actually he did get me. So if you let Mr. Noble get too close to you, like within like teleport distance, he will teleport to you and grab you by the throat. So one of those instances when I was trying to get through a crouch space where cabinets had fallen down, and I thought I was able to get away from him, but no, he picked me up on the other side, and that was me done. I don't think I had a mirror for that. Always carry a mirror. You know, if you got a mirror, it's your one saving grace. You can smack him over the head with a mirror and at least get away while he sort of, you know, goes away for, I think it's like 30 seconds or so. So you get the idea there. But I mean, really am enjoying the storytelling that's gone down here. Whereas number 3, there was storytelling, but it's pretty, I don't know, it was sort of bland, but I was just in the moment enjoying the game, having fun testing it. Now with the number 4 here, hey, you've got the lighting panels. I'm hoping there's not too much flicker. I do have a few folks that so they do have an epilepsy strobing warning at the start of the game, so we'll see, because that could cause some issues with some people's eyes. So, but these pictures do tell a great story that the devs are putting in everything they can to make it more believable, unlivable or livable, depending on how you want to look at it, and a much more detailed game that tells more of a story than just a few rooms with a couple of objects in them. Sure, scattered papers, number 1, it does sort of say, look, something was in there causing a ruckus. But number 2, I really love it. See, it's just a great attention to detail that goes a long way within these games. Now, we have time to look at everything? Probably not. You're going to be running for your life, but it's still something that is there to show off that it's a very lived in world. And here you see again, this is what you've seen in the trailer just before. These are the rooms that myself and Panda Gaming would hide in quite often. And every now and then I was hiding in the right desk, and Mr. Noble would go over and grab Panda and say, "G'day mate, you coming for a chomp?" So he did get me a couple of times. It's nice that he does choose desks randomly. He doesn't go to you instantly, unless, I think if he actually sees you going to hide under there, you pretty much all, you know, buggered. But just a little pro tip, that if he walks around, you see his legs, you do have enough time, unless they change that, to get out and leg it before he can actually grab you. So I've done that a few times successfully, and then I mistimed it and sort of got my throat grabbed. So yeah, as you can see here, before and then after, a lot more detail. I think these pylon, I like how they've done the acoustic tiling as well, which is very much more in line with just a cement ceiling. I sell lighting for a living, and I see this all the time, and it's very well placed. It's more, to me, it's more believable than a cement ceiling. So nice work there, guys. The lighting does look very nice, projecting well. We should see how well we survive in this area. It's gonna be like a whole new map. I'm very much looking forward to it. This is, man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped. So while we just continue looking at these pictures here, I will say that, again, going back to the CPU, GPU, we did have a couple of folks say, hey, you know what? This game isn't working for me, because I've sold a fair few copies through just playing the game to the community members, where they've gone out and purchased it. And a couple have come back and said, you know what, Aussie? It's not working how it should. Like, I'm getting 10 frames per second. We've troubleshooted with the devs. Deny has done pretty good with coming back with a couple of things that could help, which it did help. So it's good to see, and I'll put it up on screen here shortly, but it's good to see that the devs are looking at their GPU and CPU optimizations and trying to make their game as accessible as possible for everybody. So on the screen right now, you should be able to see the performance pass for the GPU and CPU. Players who have been experiencing game performance issues are typically bound on the GPU. We've already taken several steps in an attempt to improve GPU performance, which is nice. Not everybody's got a beefy computer, so it's nice that the devs are looking at this and saying, okay, how can we get this game into as many people's hands as possible while still making the game enjoyable, fun, but making it so it's accessible where everybody can play with at least fingers crossed 60 frames per second would be at least a nice bare minimum for me, for those folks, you know. So as you can see on screen there, they're going into the CPU as well. A lot of good stuff. With a bit of luck, this next big content patch will bring everything into a line where you're going to see character customizations would be nice, a nice little touch. You got character animations, so they're also talking about we're keen to fill in the blanks when it comes to animation, and our animator's been hard at work creating several important missing assets. As of today, we know we now have a full suite of new animations for all hiding places, including desks, which, as you see just before in that video, you've seen that guy hiding underneath the desk instead of being a first person view where you just all of a sudden you're looking around the other way and you're under the desk. So it's nice. And I think one of the things that they did already fix is when you got into a locker and got back out, you'd be facing the locker. Now with the quality of life patch, you're facing outwards, which is how it should be, which is perfect, because that means you don't have to turn around, you can just run straight away, you know. They've also got a new animator joining the team with experience from AAA studios who will begin tackling several missing player interaction animations. So that's good to know. So they're expanding their team as well. I'd have to look, and when this video is edited, I'll have to put on screen. They're a small team, but I'm not too sure how many folks they have on their team. I have to give them a I think it was like 4 or 5, something like that. Anyway, I'll get back to that. So I can tell you right now, the optimizations and visual improvements are still a work in progress on all fronts, but progress so far has been good. We intend to have an update out at the start of next week, and right now it is Friday. Yeah, Friday 12/8. So fingers crossed it'll come out pretty soon. Maybe sooner than Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I don't know. It should be good. I'm looking forward to testing it next week for sure. We'll give it a couple of more live streams. The changes mentioned above, as well as several other general gameplay fixes and features, will be included, which is, you know, a good thing. I cannot wait for the tarot cards to come into effect so we can start doing challenges. So I did put a suggestion in Discord for them that I think that as it stands right now, when you pick up a tarot card, not everybody gets that tarot card. Only you get it. It's first come, first serve. And, you know, once you get out, you're the only one that gets that tarot card. So I don't mind that idea, but at the same time, if you've got people doing challenges left, right, and center on their own, whereas others don't have the tarot card, so they can't be included, or can't, you know, I guess they can help their teammates. It's not a problem, but I don't know how that fully works yet. We'll have to see, because once you do the challenge of the tarot card, then it turns into a foil card and gets added to your collection. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works, and how they go about balancing people going off and doing their own thing, trying to get a challenge done, where the rest of the team is trying to get out and survive. So right now it is currently, no, this is US dollars, $9.59. It's 20% off, usually usually $12, $11.99. So when the patch comes next week, oh, hang on a minute, Oh, sorry. As of making this video, the sale will finish in less than 24 hours. So I will try and get this video up quickly. It may be back to full price. Look, to me, it's worth full price still. Very much so. It's definitely worth full price. I think you guys should, you're going to enjoy it either way. It's going to be one of those games that you're going to thump the living shit out of. And then, you know, you may back off because there's no content or you've done everything you can. It's just one of those games you're going to pick up every so often and get back into it and have a lot more fun with all over again. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll put a couple of things back up on screen here. I'll put a link below to the community update from BloodEater Games. Thank you guys for jumping into my live chat and hanging out and having a bit of a chat with us as well. I cannot wait for the next major DLC. I don't know what a DLC, I should be calling it the next major update to the map itself, because right now you've only got the police station and the next section, and that's it, you know, the village, and then after that, that's it. That's all there is for now. So I'm looking forward to you guys putting that out. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts, concerns, or your compliments to the team, because they will most likely watch this video. All right, guys, you've been awesome. Please take it easy, and I will see you again very soon.